Welcome back, everyone. I am your host, the Common Man, here inviting you to the Common Hangout. Episode 2, Dreams and Pride. Now, for those of you returning, welcome. I extend a warm welcome all to you. And to those of you who are joining and are passing by, well, go on, grab a drink, grab a snack, and just listen to the sounds of tranquility, some might say. It is wonderful to see you all. Wonderful of you to take the time out of your busy day and come on down to the Common Hangout. How was your week? How was everybody's week? How was anything eventful, anything unpleasant, anything that caught you off guard? I know for me, roller coasters are a bit of a reoccurring thing in my life. There's always a bit highs and lows. One day can be good, one day can be bad, one day can just be up and down all around, twists and turns, loops and dupes. That's how I see it as. If there's one thing I know, is that in life you have to have a goal, a dream, an accomplishing task that you can see yourself working towards accomplishing. Start off small, something you want to get done. Maybe do 5 push-ups, walk for 10 minutes, try a new restaurant. Start off very small, a minuscule little goal that you know that you can get done, and stick to it. And over time, gradually evolve this goal. Instead of 5, do 10 push-ups. Instead of 10 minutes, do 15 minutes walking. Until eventually, you get too comfortable enough where you set a routine. Not a mundane routine where it's just second nature and you're doing it just because in a robotic sense. No. You set up a routine where you want to do something and you know you will get it done. It's always best to set at least 1 hour of your life, of your day, to focus on the goal you want to get done. But I'm pretty sure you're guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Everyone's guilty of procrastinating. Now, procrastination has its benefits and things to work around when you do this, but it's best not to procrastinate too long, because if you hesitate, you'll never get it done, and your dreams and goals will perish. They will diminish, and you will be left there hating yourself because you didn't take the time to grow your goal. Now, as for me, I'm in the process of trying to create art, you might say. And it's taking quite some time. And the funny thing is, though, about my art, I hated it. I didn't want to do it. In school, this was the subject I hated the most. And over time, through low points in my life, I began to subconsciously, without thinking, create this art. And from there, these little side scribbles later on turned into things where I was passionate about. And I devoted more and more of my time into this passion. Until now, where I can envision myself, I see it, where it's a reality for me. That might be a bit cocky, where like I see what I'm creating people will love. And it might come across as cockiness. And I don't want that to be, because I just have this envision in my head where I can see it, my dream becoming a reality. Now, I've been slacking off and procrastinating for some time, but now I'm getting back into the swing of things. I'm trying to set 1 hour at least to do my passion, to work on my dream. And slowly, little by little, baby steps, I'm getting there. And I hope that you guys do the same as well, because having dreams inside of you motivates you. Now, hopefully it's a good dream. Nothing bad, nothing harmful, nothing dangerous, nothing sinful. but a dream that gets you, that drives you, motivates you to keep going. Otherwise, you're lost at sea and you're just drifting and the waves are just coming and going, tossing and turning you. And it's scary. It's the whole scene similar to that of SpongeBob, where life on the outside, where that fish is going through the motions, gets up, eats, goes to work, does his work, come home, sleep. Gets up, eats, goes to work, comes home from work, sleeps. It's the same thing over and over and over again, and it would drive anyone mad. And heaven forbid, what I say is, we are all just one bad day away from losing it, from giving up, from letting our intrusive thoughts, our intrusiveness, our evil self out. And when something bad happens, it just escalates further and further, just poking at you, prodding at you, mocking you, taunting you to just give up, to lash out, to break down. And it's sad. I've seen so many people go through this, and at their lowest points, there's no one there around them that can comfort them, that can uplift them, except for one person, that being God. But sometimes people don't even want to talk about God. They just need that comfort there and then. If they don't know who God is and who have built their relationship to Him, they wouldn't really turn to Him. They look for those around them. But even so, those people around them cannot really help. They can try, and maybe it can help for a bit, but they still need that unconditional love that only God can give. But when you break down, it's beyond depression. You feel worthless. You feel as though you're just not even existing, obliterated, where you feel as though you don't matter. And I'm here to tell you, you do. Because believe me, I've been there. And still am. It's not like you just go through it once and get it over with. No, it comes back. When you're lying in your bed at night and you reflect on everything you've done, everything you've said, everything of who you are as a person, it hits you. It breaks you. Men cry. Women cry. Everyone cries. It's part of your human emotions. And if you don't cry, then that means you're way past the breaking point. And it's sad. Always try to have a dream. It gets you up. It drives you. And if that can't help, and you feel a bit uneven about it, uneasy, lost, no sense of direction, don't know where to start, don't really know what kind of dream you should have, then my advice would be to break out of your bubble. Perhaps you can go out and purchase an animal. Get a pet. A dog, a cat. For me, it was a rabbit, a fish. Anything that can uplift your soul. Because taking care of someone else or an animal gives you meaning. Where you feel in your heart, I'm caring for this individual. And in return, the more love you give to this person, the more love they will give back to you. And there's something about that bond that people just need. To know that there is someone out there who loves you just as much as you love them. It's why we go into relationships, but that's a topic for a whole nother day. Find meaning in relationships around you. Number one, establish that relationship with God. Number two, establish that relationship with others all around you. And once you feel confident enough, then be the light to other people. Because one kindness will come back to you. One kindness deserves another. So you have a dream. Let's just say you don't have a dream. and you don't have the means to build relationships or even have enough money to care for a pet, the last thing you can do is just let it all out. Write down what you want to do within the next week, within the day, within the month, within the year, within a few years. And come back to that. Keep a little side journal and write down everything you feel. Any dreams that made you feel happy that you had when you're asleep. Any person came and smiled at you or complimented you. You were acknowledged and recognized. And look back on those. And even write down all the negative feelings you have. That way, years from now, you can look back and see how you've changed. I would say grow, but you never know. Just changed. Because everybody changes. Everyone changes over time. Your mentality will always change given the scenario that you're in. For me, it's been quite a uphill battle. I've gained and lost just as much as anyone else, some more than others. But I know everything happens for a reason. That's what I tend to believe. And it's been quite an adventure, I would say so. I asked for an adventure, and God gave me one. But again, stories for another day. I don't know who is still listening to this at this time, but I do want to say that I adore you. The fact that you stumbled upon this video and the fact that you're still listening to this means that maybe I am, in a sense, helping you out. That you need something like this. But I would say, though, that I'm not the person that can fully help you, but just point you into the right direction. And that is to God. But I hope that I'm also being able to comfort you and to take some tension off of you. Because believe me, it's quite stressful. And that in turn affects your dreams. Self-doubts play a key role. And you second guess. But I say, if you hesitate, he who hesitates is lost. Don't hesitate. Push past it and say it will happen. It will get done. If it's a good thing, with enough perseverance and a dedicated mind to see it through, and with a good prayer and a good heart in hand, it will happen. I cannot say when, no one can say when except God, but it will happen. So, that is just what this whole thing is about. Dreams. And pride. Not being prideful as arrogance and thinking that that you're better than someone else or everybody entirely, no, but having a prideful heart knowing that you've made it this far. And a perspective, take a look at your life right now. You've made it this far. You overcome so much, and if you're going through a spiel right now, you'll see it through. Just like any sickness that you've had, it sucks when you're going through it, and you want to get it over with, but your body has to go through the pain, to understand what it is to have pain, to know that pain, and once you're free from it, you appreciate everything more. As the saying goes, one often appreciates something that they lost. I know that saying all too well. But I cannot look back anymore. It's nice to reminisce and think about how life once was, but it'll distract the present and ruin the future if I only focus on the past. Learn from the past. Look forward to the future and appreciate the present. Easier said than done, because when you're going through pain, all you're ever thinking about is just the pain. All you ever want to just think about is, when will this leave me? When will I be able to smile again? When will someone make me genuinely laugh? When can I see my life turn around for the better? Truth is, no one knows. No one knows when that can ever happen. But don't give up. There is a old Walt Disney animated movie called Meet the Robinsons. And it was a movie that is very underrated. It wasn't really well received or critically acclaimed back then when it first came out. But now, even then I had love for that movie, but now I understand the meaning of the movie growing up. I'm a lot smarter, well, not smart, but I'm smarter than I once was before. Keep moving forward was the message of the movie. You're down but not out. You got knocked down, get back up again. Don't stop. You bottled up your anger. Write all that you have inside of you on a piece of paper. Everything that you feel. And if it hurts you and it makes you feel that pain again, write it all out, reread it, and then just scrunch up the paper and toss it away. Remove those bottles off the shelf, otherwise one day it'll be too much and the shelf will break and those bottles of anger and hate and rage will spill all over the floor and you'll lash out. Take some time to vent out that anger. Take some time to focus on goals and accomplishments you want to see through. It's never too early, never too late to start thinking about that. And if you don't know, go to a place where you feel comfortable. A walk in the park, a walk on the beach, listening to some calming, peaceful music. Go hanging out with friends and discuss these things with them. And pretty soon you'll be able to see what you want to do. And there's also no shame if you feel as though what you want to do isn't really what you thought it was going to be like. You can always just say, I don't want to do it. But don't say that because it's getting too hard. No. If you feel as though this is not really for you, then you can hang in the towel and walk away and try something different. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to start all over. Just don't throw in the towel when things get tough. It's a whole thing of I believe certain rocks or sand is roasted by very high temperatures and it forms diamonds. Don't just walk out of the fire because things are getting hotter. Things are not how you envisioned it. It's getting tough. You can't take it no more. Push through. But if you know deep down this is something that's not really for you, no shame in walking away. There is a video of a monk who creates beautiful mosaic sand art. Takes him days, weeks, months, even years to create this very beautiful, intricate designs and patterns of sand art, of mosaics, large ones. And when he finishes, he takes a step back, admires the beauty for a few seconds, and then smears it all away, destroys it, and starts all over again. Learn patience when it comes to the things you want to see through. perseverance, determination, but patience above all else. Because with a calm mind, things will come naturally and flow smoothly as you learn all of who you are and grow. Not just change anymore, but grow as a character, as a person, for the better, for you and for those around you. Enough where it makes even all that poking and prodding can't do anything to you, because you have thick skin, you know who you are, and nothing can bring you down. There will still be days, there will always be chinks in the armor, but it won't be as bad as it once was. And in turn, one good deed deserves another as you pass on what you've learned and how you've become. Having a goal, having a dream is vastly crucial and important. Otherwise, your life will tick on by. Already, the year is almost over. We are halfway done. Come October, at the time of this recording it is August, we'll only have 3 months left. We're nearly at the fourth quarter. And I'm upset certain things didn't happen in this year for me, but I am also glad of certain other things that did happen. But above all else, before I end this, I do want to stress one important thing. My senior quote, I once said this, though I looked back at it thinking it was kind of cheesy. It is something that I treasure, at least. And I really don't care if it was cheesy or cliche or whatever. But for my senior quote, I left a message saying, Don't lose sight of your light. Don't lose sight of yourself. We all change. We all grow. But don't lose that humbleness. That good, caring, kind-hearted person who's empathetic, sympathetic. Because we live in a selfish world where people only look out for themselves, but it's high time that we start caring for each other. Of course, easier said than done, and there are those who tempt us of this belief, who make us second guess this. But Christ died on the cross for all our sins, every one of us, knowing full well the person that we will become, all our sins, all our vile wickedness, but still did it. Don't lose sight of yourself as you grow. Be that light for others. A stepping stone, a signpost, a rung on a ladder, a friend. One that people will look upon and see, I trust that individual. That person I know is a good person. Not everyone will see you as such. Not everybody in the whole world will love you. There will be those who will hate you. But don't lose sight of yourself. And if must needed, write everything down of how you feel. And even better, go in prayer and talk to God of all the things that you feel, that you want, that you need, and just talk to Him. You're not alone. Thank you all for coming to the Common Hangout. Hope you all had a wonderful time. And as always, I will see you back here once again these little meetings will always happen, preferably on Thursday. Why Thursday? Well, because I never liked Thursday to begin with, due to the fact that Thursday always was a bit of a sad tone due to the fact that it was the day before Friday, when Friday is considered to be the one where work is done, let's go out and have fun. But nonetheless, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all next time. See ya.